So I hope when everybody's out and about and we're all at the show, we're all there in the same kindred spirit of having a great time. People of all walks of life, people of all means and makes. Let's make a memory here, y'all. Let's go.
Sing it right now. I hear the rock and roll call now. Until I push it up daisies. She's the devil's own daughter, and she's driving me crazy.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex Alicia, your host of The New Rock Show, and today I'm super excited to be joined by a very special guest ahead of their incredibly exciting UK and Irish tour this March. I have the pleasure of chatting today to Josh Hamler, guitarist extraordinaire in Shaman'S Harvest. Hello!
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. It's great to be with you this morning.
Afternoon for me, morning for you. It's always the way though when I get American guests on.
Right, that's right.
Where are you zooming from right now? Whereabouts are you?
I'm at home base in Jefferson City, Missouri, our hometown. It's where we formed the band all those years ago, and it's still my hometown. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say, right, while I've got you here, we need to settle the debate because I heard you say Missouri. I know other people say Missouri. Which one is it? Like, which is right, which is wrong? Because I see some pretty intense debates on the internet.
That's true. It's true that there are those debates, but kind of like shaman or shaman, it's all the same, really.
Yeah, exactly. It don't really matter. It is what it is. No, I'm really excited to talk to you today, like I say, and I want to know something pretty wholesome to kind of start things off. I know that the band formed in 1996, and I don't want to scare you, but that was the year I was born.
Here that was, right?
Yeah. So 28 years the band has been together, and I just want to know from your perspective, like how proud of Shaman's Harvest are you? What is it about music that you love so much?
That's a great question. Over the years, I mean, it's really been a testament how much we love to play music, make music, perform music, be that internal artist that we just can't help but be. And in the end of the day, that's just what it is. It's just who we are. It's what we do, and our life wouldn't be complete if we weren't doing it. So that's just part of our makeup. Me and Nate Drake, our singer, we are the original members in the band, and this is our 28th year together doing it. It's pretty remarkable. The fact that we can even still get along is remarkable. So,
Yeah.
but we know how to work with each other. We know how to create with each other. And then as the band as a whole, like we've all been together for over a decade as a group. So, there's a lot of miles under our tires, so to speak.
Yeah. And of course, like, friendship and like a brotherhood and a bond in a band is really important. And if you've got that, that's amazing. Just for like younger artists, who might watch this, because my show, The New Rock Show, I like to support, like, of course, emerging bands as well as bands that have been as established as you guys are as well. And if they're watching this or listening, what do you think, from your perspective, the key to like longevity is in this industry? Because I know it's a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? And it's really hard to pinpoint, but what have you noticed along the way?
Well, first of all, I mean, I do it because I love it. I don't do it to make money. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for any other reason than I just absolutely love to do it. Like, there's this guitar right here. I'll pick it up 50 times today and play it for no reason, and that's like number one. If you're doing it because you love it, you're probably going to have longevity in the career or in the industry. If you're doing it for other reasons, there's a lot easier ways to make money. There's a lot more successful ways to make money. Um, so there's that. You got to have the love for it. But then at the same time, over the years, when we've hit those obstacles that have kind of, woken us up and kind of smacked us like, hey, do you want to still keep chasing this dream or going down this road?
Mm.
And me, I've always found that like when those moments come, it's because something great's really about to happen and you're being tested to see if you're going to make it through, to make it get to that next level.
Hmm.
For us, every time it's ebbed and flowed, we've came out better on the other side. And so, through experience, we were like, oh man, there's some tough times right now. But remember last time it was so tough, we ended up having a top 10 hit, so,
Yeah.
so we're always looking at the bright side and trying to find the way through the storm, and so far so good,
Yeah, and I'm so excited. Like, yeah, you've been a band, you've been together for such a long time, but it's so exciting still in your camp. Like, you're still hitting milestones, like coming here to the UK and playing Ireland for the first time in March. Wow. I mean, congrats. It's finally happened. We finally reeled you in. What was that change? What's been going on behind the scenes to make that happen this time around? Because I know it's been in the works in, previous years and it's, for whatever reason not happened. And now here we are. So, what's been going down?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to grab the bull by the horns and do it yourself. We've relied on other people to put us on a tour that with a bigger act that is already established in the UK or in Europe or wherever. And we were always grateful for those opportunities, but the five times that they happened, they all fell through like right at the last minute. Had nothing to do with us. We've been vigorously working to get over to the UK and Ireland and hopefully mainland Europe very soon over the years. And so there's a lot of pent up aggression on our part wanting to get there to do it. So I'm assuming, when we hit the stage that first night in Bristol, I mean, we're just letting it all out. I mean, I'm not it's but then for the same thing we have fans over there that for years have could you please come here, could you please come here, what is it about the UK that you guys hate, why don't you come visit us, and so for those fans, it's a meeting for the both of us. We've both been wanting this to happen for so long,
Yeah.
and we've been getting incredible press, people like you and all the other press outlets that have been talking to us, and it's really starting to create a fever pitch about us coming over there. And it's just has this energy that we're just like tapping into, and it's just like it's like, oh my God, I'm 20 again. But it's cool, man. It's we're incredibly blessed to get to do what we do, and like I said, we just honestly love to do it, and whether we be doing it there or here, we're gonna be doing it. So we might as well bring it to the road.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. And like you say, it's been a long time coming. And I know that tour is very aptly titled It's About Time Tour. So like, yeah, I think the fans will be, so ready. And it's so cool as well that you're hitting Bristol first. Because I used to live in Bristol. It was my hometown for a little while. I went to university in Bristol. So yeah, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be a great time. I know it ends in Brighton, but in there you've got so many dates. You're playing Scotland, you're playing a date in Wales, you're playing Ireland too. So we really are getting the full Shaman's Harvest works here in the UK. It's so exciting.
No, thanks for having us, and apologies.
No, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. I can't wait. And I hope to come and see you as well because it'll be the first time, obviously, for me here in the UK seeing you too. But I've been checking you out for years, to be honest, on social media and seeing vids of you like online. And, you can't help but like, yeah, you love a band and you want to see them live. What do you think it is that the UK audiences resonate with your band for? Like, what do you think that it is?
I mean, the thing about the UK, I mean, you guys just have an undeniable history of rock and roll. And like I said, I mean, it's like for us to be able to come in and tap into that, like, just gives us a whole new perspective on things. And, being able to play some stages that some of our heroes might have played somewhere along the way in their career, it's like, I can't even put it into words. It's pretty incredible. And, being from a town like Jefferson City, Missouri, that a lot of people never even leave. I mean, they just their entire life in this 35,000 person bubble. And, we've toured North America for the better part of 20 years. We've gotten to see almost every inch of that. And it's just like our natural progression is to want to, do things that we haven't done before, come over to England, Ireland, Wales, Europe, and hopefully all of this snowballs into going to other territories like Australia or South America. We want to kind of put a world scope on our touring instead of just focus on North America. We That's the beauty of streaming and all of that. I mean, our music is worldwide. We have fans from all over. We get fan mail from everywhere. I got an Apple update the other day that our song "Blood in the Water" it's 100,000 stream in Uzbekistan. Like, that would never happen without streaming.
Yeah.
No, it's not that I'm like, oh, let's stream, but it's over the years we've we've had to learn to roll with the punches and learn to stick with the technology and learn to stay ahead of the curve and not just get stuck in our old stubborn ways.
Yeah.
So it's just a culmination of a lot of things that finally we get to come over and share our 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 talents with you guys.
Yeah, share your gift. And, that might actually be another, good point for that longevity thing that we talked about because, yeah, you do have to adapt. And like you say, you can't just like kind of go, oh, well, it weren't like this when we first started a band, so we're not doing that anymore. You've got to go with what's, modern as well. And, I know TikTok, social media, all that kind of stuff is so important to bands these days. And like you said, streaming so important. But I still love physical music as well. I collect vinyl, it's behind me here. But I just think, there's a place for both. But yeah, you've done so much touring, of course, over the last 20 odd plus years. What is it for you that kind of like keeps your energy and your love and your momentum up on the road? Because I know for many people, they think it's really glamorous and it isn't always glamorous at all. And there's a lot of nothingness in the in-between moments. So yeah, how do you keep yourself positive and happy on the road?
It takes a good group of people to be around to understand, what the rigors of the road entail.
Mm.
A few years ago, we wrote a song that will never see light of day, but it was called the Road Song. And the lyric in it is, the road is only missed when gone, home is only missed when gone. So, it's like, it doesn't matter if you're on the road or you're at home, you're missing one of them. And it's just, you can't even help it. It's part of you. It's part of your makeup. And so when we are on the road, I really do miss my home. When we're home, I miss being on the road. But when we're in the studios, where we feel most at peace because we're getting to be that artist, we're getting to be a creator. We get to create something, and who doesn't like to create something?
Of course, and that's why you're in this industry, isn't it? Because you got something to say, and yeah, you've got a gift to share with people, and it's so exciting. I mean, speaking about music as well, there is the new single "Rock and Roll Queen" out now. I love that track so much. To me, it embodies just rock and roll, the spirit of it, and it's so cool. And I just wondered for you, like, after years and years of releasing music as well, like the response I've seen myself even online to this track, people are loving it. How does that make you feel? Are you happy with how, the reaction's gone? Because it's been a couple of years, hasn't it, since the last time you put songs out?
Yeah, it has been a couple of years. We are thrilled with the response Rock and Roll Queen has conjured up. That song just has an old soul. You can just feel it
Yeah.
the first time you hear it. So it's pretty incredible. It's not like all that complicated to perform, or it wasn't all that complicated to write, but it just had a je ne sais quoi about it that just like, man, this thing's all put together, and we really loved how it turned out. We recorded that in St. Louis, Missouri at Sawhorse Studios, with Kyle Odell producing it. And, it really just turned out just perfect, just like we hoped it would.
Yeah. And obviously, like, I just mentioned then, like, your last time putting out music was 2022 with the album. And I know that, like, when you look at your discography as a band, there's like 7 studio albums already there and under your belt. And I just wondered if it gets any easier at all to put out music, like, what is it like being in the studio after you've done 7 albums and kind of like, getting together and creating?
Honestly, less is more. Like in the beginning, we didn't know as much, so things
Mm.
happened a lot easier. And the more times that we've been in the studio, with every record, we've learned a little bit something along the way. And so
Yeah.
we'll a little better, a trick to use here, a trick to use there. And that's great. Sometimes less is more. You start messing with stuff and, trying to do too much. And then you take the cool straight out of it. It's, I found that most of the songs that we write are notes or riffs that I come up with. I'm more of a conduit where I'm not like scientifically writing something. I'm just kind of noodling along until something happens that kind of strikes me as like, whoa, where did that come from? That has to be something. And like a song like our song Dragonfly, like I wrote the guitar riff on that song, and Drake came up with the acoustic picking part for the intro. And within a matter of 30 minutes, under 30 minutes, I'd say that song was 100% written with zero effort, and we didn't change anything. Like, so it's those moments like in the studio whenever like the stars align and the rock gods give you a big fist bump, and it's like, two thumbs up, guys, go show the world what you did. It's just
Yeah.
spiritual, man. It's spiritual.
It is. There's spontaneity in being a musician. And I think, if you can hone that in and accept that, then yeah, you get a lot of creative freedom. And like when you are in the studio, like you say, you don't want to like push too much at something, you want to let it be a little bit. And when you are making a record, though, I'm quite curious, like, how do you know when it's done? Like, are you looking for a certain barometer to measure against? Like, how do you know, like, right, this is the time now when we're happy with this, we've got to stop working on it?
As far as I'm concerned, they're never done. Uh, but when you have a record label paying the bills, they're like, all right, it's done. All right.
Deadline.
And normally, when you run out of money, that's when it's done.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like the Beatles, I mean, they went through and remastered and remixed and had a lot of their works redone, not 10 years ago by one of the sons or a son or whoever, I'm not sure. But music is a living creature. It doesn't just die when it's done. I mean, it can still be explored and evolve into other things, and that's what kind of getting to perform live. Like you have your standard what things are on the record, but then live you get to add the ins and outs, the transitions from song to song. You get to come up with even more creative ways to share the music, and that's beautiful too.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting and special, like being able to do that. And yeah, I'm so excited to have you guys here in the UK. Like it's gonna be amazing. And to be able to hear like those songs as well that people like adore so much. And of course the new stuff. When we obviously have had the new single, just obviously before the tour is about to hit us. Is there anything else in the works? I don't know how much you can or can't tease. Like, will there be another album? Is there more to come from you guys?
There's absolutely more to come for us. We have been vigorously writing music over the last 2 years. A lot of it is just notes and scribbles and doodles and stuff. But we have 5 very solid tracks that we're ready to go into the studio and record, and we have about 8 other tracks that just need to be cleaned up. So we're going to continue. Finalizing some of those things. We're going to come over and do the tour in March, and when we come back stateside in April, we're going to hit the studio and try to knock out all those songs. And you know, 2025 is a year of new music for Shaman's Harvest. We released Rock and Roll Queen with a bang to start the year, and now we're going to, with any luck, release a couple more singles throughout the year in hopes that we release a record towards the end of the year or beginning of next year. So, it takes some time. It obviously, I wish we were a little ahead of the ball than we are, but you know, we're always up to a good challenge, and when we find ourselves finally in the moment where we can take the time to completely lock in, that's when we're at our best. And so if we can, hopefully in April, we'll be able to do that. We'll have a successful tour behind our belt. We'll have all this new energy in us from coming over to England and Ireland and Wales and experiencing all of that with you guys. And we're going to bring that back with us in the studio and finish this record and go from there.
Oh my goodness, it's your year, 2025. It's gonna be amazing.
Here at Shaman's Harvest, you heard it here.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got the very special day, haven't you? Is it 2nd of August back in Missouri where you're from?
Yeah, our hometown folk, they really love us. It's when they made it Jefferson City, August 2nd, Shaman's Harvest Day. It's kind of a big deal around here. We kind of chuckle because these are all of our friends from high school and families we've been around our entire lives. So we're all just normal people to everyone around here. We go to the places and we're kind of a big deal.
Sure. I mean, like that's just so amazing though, and that like like you say, your hometown have really taken you on board and kind of gone, we're so proud of you. But then I can imagine that also though does keep you grounded, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. And so for instance, like I'm not on tour right now, and so I volunteer and I coach soccer. I volunteer to coach developmental leagues with young kids, and just to pass on my love for the game and athletics and staying healthy and all that stuff. But it's being involved in the community is a I think it's a responsibility to to all of us to be involved in your community, to pay it forward in a positive light, especially to the kids, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, fair play, Josh. I love that. And also, like you say, keeps you busy as well when you're not doing your music too. So that's cool. And you get to do like other passions and other avenues.
Oh yeah, my two passions in life. I've been blessed to be able to focus on both of them for a long time now.
Yeah, that's great. That is so cool. And obviously, like, just really quickly as well about the tour, you're coming back out with Blacktop Mojo, so this is like going to be great. I mean, there is a real connection between you two in these two bands because I know you put the song out last year together as well. Um, what is it about this particular band that's made you kind of want to go out on the road with them? Because is it that like connection that you both kind of got that same spirit kind of going on where you both kind of, you feel the same way about music? You know, you did that jam session, you wrote the song, and then you thought, you know what, we'll go on the road together. This will be really cool.
Yeah, like back in the day, 10 years plus years ago, we were doing headline tours in the US, and this band Blacktop Mojo kept becoming an opening act for us. And so we immediately fell in love with the guys, the music, but them as human beings. I mean, they're just great guys, and we've really found out that we have a kindred belief in what we're trying to accomplish. And so our singer sat in on a recording session that they did, and after a couple rounds of liquid courage, everybody started talking about we've never been able to get over to the UK, we've never been able to get out of North America. What if we maybe did it together? And I couldn't think of a better group of guys for us to do it with, and hopefully they'd say the same about us. Can't hold them to it, but
Sure, they will.
uh, you know it's a co-headline concert. I mean, they're going to have the same length set as we're going to have. They have a lot of great songs. We have some songs. We might even collab on stage from time to time. It's going to be a tour for the record books, and we couldn't be more thrilled than to be doing it with the guys in Blacktop.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And of course, people really need to get their tickets now. They can get them now, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, tickets are out. You can get them at all the venues. You can get them at shamansharvest.net/tour. Blacktop Mojo has their ticket sites up too. Tickets are selling out. Bristol's all but sold out. I think the first 7 shows are tickets are almost sold out, including VIPs. So if you want to might want to get on it today.
Sure. The demand was high, wasn't it? Because more dates were added to this tour.
Right. Yeah. We were stressed in the beginning thinking that, how are we going to sell the tickets to the 9 shows we booked? And ticket sales, just like right out the gate were unbelievable. And next thing we know, we had 7 other shows that popped up that promoter wanted to get us down on. And, if we're going to make the effort to come over there, we might as well try to play as many shows as possible and try to see as many things and meet as many people and everything. So we opened it up to we got the Ireland tour, the Wales section of the tour, and then back into Southern England to finish it up. So we're getting to see all of the aisles, and we're just thrilled. We're going to try to where Lemmy's bench is, and we're going to find some of these quote unquote historical rock and roll artifacts to take a selfie with, and
Always thinking about the Instagram.
yeah. But we're all in. We're going to be like kids in a candy store, just over there doing what we love. And, we just, we're so appreciative of the opportunity. And man, we're really hungry.
Yeah. And like, I can tell you now, yeah, there's plenty of like old school kind of historical places for you to visit here for sure. So I don't think you're going to be without places to go. And like I say, for your Instagram. And speaking of Instagram as well, oh my goodness, the Shaman's Harvest account is really funny. And the videos that are putting out at the moment to promote Rock and Roll Queen, I have to just mention, you've got your singer running around doing like Running Man and twerking, and giving us some facts about dinosaurs and chickens. Where does he get his facts from?
Oh, he's quite the guy. He's got the years ago we decided that you could pretty much be an expert on anything if you call yourself an expert. So we immediately become experts on Sasquatch. We're Squatchologists now, me and Nate. And we lead classes, Squatchology one-on-one, everywhere we go. I've been meaning to ask someone over there, does England, or do you guys have like a Bigfoot type creature that...
Um,
I,
I don't know. I know that there's Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. And I don't know really about us here. Maybe I'm not the best person to ask.
That's funny. Well, maybe when we're over there, we'll get our new degree in Loch Nessology, and
Uh-huh.
add to our resume.
And then, Josh, whatever you find out, clearly you need to then educate me. So
Absolutely.
it'd be really great. Of course, like I always like to ask a couple of random questions as well when I have guests on the show. And I think that this question may be great for someone like yourself who's been doing this for as long as you have. It's so wonderful, the longevity of career that you've had and the fact that, like I say, you're still hitting milestones. It's like amazing to see. So it's so great. And I wondered if you were to put out an autobiography at this point in your life, what would the title of your autobiography be?
Oh, that's a great question. Um, every day of my life.
It's simple, but the message is clear.
Yeah, it'll probably be a picture book because I look at pictures. I don't read much, so like it'd be like one of those books. It'd be like a coffee table book that would just have a picture of every day of my life. So it'd be a lot of pages.
I love that though. That's amazing. You're the first person ever to actually give me some detail about how this book would look. This is great. Are you really into art and all that kind of stuff then, if you're like a picture kind of person?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a visual learner. I'm an auditory learner. I'm just an art. I'm an artistic soul to me. It's what gets me through the day. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. And what about mottos, sayings, quotes? Have you got anything that you like to live your life by?
That's another great question. I haven't thought of that. Quotes that I live my life by. What's the one I always tell my kids? Ballers don't make excuses, they make plays. So you got to make the play, don't make the excuse, I guess.
Amazing. I will say I heard a really good one the other day, which I share with you. It's completely not relevant to what you've just said, but I watched Tulsa King for the first time. I'm a really big Stallone fan. And I don't know if you've seen it. Have you watched Tulsa King?
I haven't seen it. I know of it. I plan to watch it probably on the flight over.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was really cool, and I watched both seasons. But he said something in that, and I was like, "Oh, that's so great." And he said, "The answer's always no until you ask." I thought that was pretty cool.
That is good. I'll have to remember that one.
Yeah, exactly. And on a final note, Josh, it's been such a pleasure. I just wondered if you've got a message that you would like to send out to any Shaman's Harvest fans, followers, supporters of you from over the years, anybody particularly in the UK or Ireland. Have you got anything you want to say to them or let them know?
Well, first of all, to all of our fans all over the world, we have nothing but love for all of you guys, and we thank you so much for your continued support and success of our success. And for us to be able to come over to the UK and Ireland and Wales and get to perform for you guys is really a dream come true for us. So I hope when everybody's out and about and we're all at the show, we're all there in the same kindred spirit of having a great time. People of all walks of life, people of all means and makes. Let's make a memory here, y'all. Let's go.
Oh, I love that. What an amazing note to end on. And of course, the tour, it kicks off in March here in the UK in Bristol, first date. Everyone should get their tickets to the tour. And yeah, it's going to be incredible, Josh. And safe travels over here. Can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be great.
Absolute pleasure to be with you today, and thanks for taking the time to have the conversation.
Thank you so much.